I was watching TV the other day, and this show comes on with these religious fanatics, and they were crazy. Well, you would think they were crazy if you didn't understand their culture and their religion. See, that's just the thing. See, they were worshipers of idols. And they took things to extremes. They painted their bodies, they wore these ridiculous costumes, they chanted, they danced, they even made sacrifices to their idols. But they had built these enormous temples to worship their idols in. It seems like their entire existence climaxed into this one scenario, this one over-the-top act of worship. You don't really relate, do you? Let's try it again. I was watching TV the other day, and this show comes on with these religious fanatics, and they were crazy. Well, you would think they were crazy if you didn't understand their culture and their religion. See, that's just the thing. See, they were worshipers of idols. And they took things to extremes. They painted their bodies, they wore these ridiculous costumes, they chanted, they danced, they even made sacrifices to the idols. But they had built these enormous temples to worship their idols in. It seems like their entire existence climaxed into this one scenario, this one over-the-top act of worship. You don't really relate, do you? Let's try it again. I was watching TV the other day, and this show comes on with these religious fanatics, and they were crazy. Well, you would think they were crazy if you didn't understand their culture and their religion. See, that's just the thing. See, they were worshipers of idols. Worshipers of idols.
Why is your hand over your eye?
Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about?
The Illuminati.
Worshipers of idols.
Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God.
And they took things to extremes. They painted their bodies, they wore these ridiculous costumes, they chanted, they danced, they even made sacrifices to the idols. But they had built these enormous temples to worship their idols in. It seems like their entire existence climaxed into this one scenario, this one over-the-top act of worship. Idol worship. You don't really relate, do you? Let's try it again. I was watching TV the other day, and this show comes on with these religious fanatics, and they were crazy. Well, you would think they were crazy if you didn't understand their culture and their religion. See, that's just the thing. See, they were worshipers of idols.
The priests have violated my law and have profaned my holy tomb. They have put no difference between the holy and profane, neither have they showed difference between the unclean and the clean.
Worshipers of idols.
hid their eyes from my Sabbath, and I am profaned among them.
Worship is of idols. And they took things to extremes. They painted their bodies. They wore these ridiculous costumes. They chanted. They danced. They even made sacrifices to the idols. But they had built these enormous temples to worship their idols in. It seems like their entire existence climaxed into this one scenario, this one over-the-top act of worship. Idol worship. It's not only golden calves anymore.
Die meisten meiner Zuschauer sind, wie ich gemerkt habe, Christen. Doch falls du Yeshua noch nicht als dein Herrn und dein Erlöser angenommen hast, dann lade ich dich jetzt ein, ihm nachzufolgen und folgende Worte nachzusprechen, wenn es dir wirklich ernst ist. Vater Jahwe, ich bete zu dir im Namen deines Sohnes Yeshua HaMashiach. Ich erkenne, dass ich ein Sünder bin und dein heiliges Gesetz gebrochen habe. Ich glaube, dass Yeshua der Sohn Gottes ist, der mit seinem Blut am Kreuz für meine Sünden bezahlt hat, damit die Tür zum ewigen Leben aufgeschlossen werden kann. Vater Jahwe, ich übergebe mein Leben deinem Sohn, auf dass er mich mit dir vereint, damit wir eins werden durch den Bund, der uns verbindet. Schenke mir die Weisheit, das Vertrauen und den Glauben, damit du der Fels meines Lebens wirst. Nicht mein Wille, sondern dein Wille möge geschehen. Ich danke dir, Vater, dass du deinen eingeborenen Sohn gegeben hast, damit jeder, der an ihn glaubt, nicht verloren geht, sondern ewiges Leben hat. Das Ziel ist das ewige Leben und der einzige Weg dorthin führt über Yeshua den Messias, mein Herr und mein Gott, von heute an bis in alle Ewigkeit. Amen.
It's all about life, it's all about death, and everything in between is about your choice. And if you're at home tonight and you just made that decision, I want you to pray this prayer with me. Say, Father, I come before you right now, and I admit that I'm a sinner. I know that I need you. I believe that your Son is your Son, and that He died for my sin. I know I've broken your law, and I deserve death. But I accept the offer that your Son is making, and I ask Him to come into my life and forgive me of my sin. In return, I give you my word that I will let you have your way with my life. I give you my life. Please give me a new one. Thank you for saving me. If you believed what you just said, you confessed with your mouth that Yeshua is Lord, you are saved. You are a child of the living God. God wants you to do the work. Moses couldn't build a tabernacle. He had one gold ring on his hand, maybe. It was Israel that built the temple. You are the plan. My job is just to tell you what the plan is. Ladies and gentlemen, don't hide the light in your chest. Share it with someone and watch their eyes light up. May the Lord God bless you. May He keep you. May His face shine upon you. May He be gracious to you. May His countenance be lifted up over you. And may at the end of your day, at the end of your life, may He give you Shalom. Amen.
Und daran erkennen wir, dass wir ihn erkannt haben, wenn wir seine Gebote halten. Wer sagt, ich habe ihn erkannt und hält doch seine Gebote nicht, der ist ein Lügner, und in einem solchen ist die Wahrheit nicht. Wer aber sein Wort hält, in dem ist wahrhaftig die Liebe Gottes vollkommen geworden. Kinder, lasst euch von niemand verführen. Wer die Gerechtigkeit übt, der ist gerecht, gleich wie er gerecht ist. Wer die Sünde tut, der ist aus dem Teufel, denn der Teufel sündigt von Anfang an. Dazu ist der Sohn Gottes erschienen, dass er die Werke des Teufels zerstöre. Und dann wird der Gesetzlose geoffenbart werden, den der Herr verzehren wird durch den Hauch seines Mundes. Denn der Lohn der Sünde ist der Tod. Aber die Gnadengabe Gottes ist das ewige Leben in Christus Jesus, unserem Herrn.